also.
What do you
So
think?
we leveled up. I have 7 attacks. First turn.
That's it.
What up, everybody?
Oh.
It's your boys, Pretend
When
Object.
we getting to 10.
We are going to be playing some
How do you have 7
more.
attacks the first time?
Action.
Oh, your action surge. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it gives me, and then it gives you, and then it stacks with
He carries this thing called baby powder. Gives him +1 attack.
What is it? What do you think it stacks with?
It's not Hunter's Mark. Dread Ambusher, I think is what it was.
I gotta figure out if I'm taking another level into Paladin and going rest of the way
Okay.
to Sorcerer, or another level in Sorcerer and going rest of the way in Paladin.
Well, your main thing is Sorcerer is getting
only for
more
first
spell
turn, though,
slots,
Caleb.
right?
Yeah, so you
I
can
was
smite.
just reading it.
I
mean,
think I
how
want to
many
go
more-
one more in Paladin and then the rest in the Sorcerer, but I don't know how many levels are going to be going.
I just messaged Graham. We'll get started in a couple minutes. He doesn't respond. I think he stayed up after he worked in order to meet with the plumber or something.
Yeah, he was streaming. I mentioned it to him. I was like, "Oh, this looks like Scatgram not coming to D&D." I mean, the biggest reason I don't want to like multi-class my monk now is because I lose out on key points.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty hard because Monk uses a lot of key point stuff, don't they?
Like all my good stuff runs off of key points, and you don't like start with a whole lot. And like every level, you get only like one more. Which I mean, like by the end of it, you have a lot of them, but like mid game, you don't have as many. Like, I'm starting to get quite a few.
I feel like it'd be almost like fighter would be like the only other thing you really want to for a monk would be a good dual class.
I saw a good reason why to go rogue, and that's mostly because of the bonus action to disengage. Because then you don't have to use
Oh.
key points to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. But I
You
think
could
get that
also
at
make
level
like
1.
a. If you did a rogue and a monk, there's like a shadow monk thing, and you could be like this shadowy ninja character.
Do you ever get more than one action surge as a fighter?
I don't think so.
I think,
I think
you
you
just
do
get.
later.
Isn't it like one per
Later.
short rest or something like that?
Yeah, I mean you get it every short rest, but I just didn't know if
I
you
mean,
ever
later
got
on
more.
in level. Yeah, there's something later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you need to get like 13 or something. I think.
Let's become a monk warlock. I have a pack weapon now, you know.
That'd be
Ignore the
cool. I'm
fact
not-
that the game says I'm too dumb to do it, but you know, I'll do it anyway.
I'm also not sure how that would work. Oh, Scat Game is here. Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Had to poop, okay? Can I not poop?
I'm also not sure how that would work narratively with how much liking Cole would take to you if you used it.
I don't think how
Pack.
much liking my god would actually take to me, like, kind of picking somebody that's almost opposite of them. Or not perfectly opposite, but you know, not on the same side.
That's 17th level, Caleb. You get actions. You get 2
Oh.
uses of action surge, and 3 uses of indomitable, which is
Oh.
disgusting. And then
That's
at
real
level
late.
11, yeah, it's pretty late. But I mean, that's a ton of attacks. And then 11, you get another extra attack.
Oh.
You get 2
All right.
extra attacks, so it gets pretty.
Okay, so last time, you guys had just fended off. Well, that was 2 sessions ago. You had fended off the invasion. You had went to report back to Vanya, and you guys had kind of rested for the night, leveled up, and you had discovered that the reason the younger Steelhide had passed away seemed to be due to poison and not combat. And so Nukus, the older Loxodon, was looking for revenge on Syl, who is the potion master brewer there in town. And you guys had done a zone of truth to determine that you guys don't think she actually had anything to do with it. Like, she legitimately doesn't know how the poison came about. So that's kind of where we left off. You guys were ready to go talk to Vanya, I believe. You guys were headed over to talk to Vanya.
After investigating the body.
Yeah, after investigating the body. So that's where we're at. What do you guys want to do? I guess you guys talk to.
Okay,
to.
so from my
Vanya?
understanding, everyone as a group, we were collectively agreeing that it might be the lady that disappeared because we don't know where she went after she disappeared, and she yelled at us that she wants to take revenge for her son. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I guess then Malin will head out and go talk to Vanya and mention all this to her. Hey Vanya, when we were fighting back there, this lady apparently like she has a vendetta against us. I don't know what it is. I think it's because Scatgram like didn't like ask her out on the boat or something. There was a whole boat thing with her and him. But yeah, she was mad at us because we killed her son. She went disappeared after yelling at us, "I'm gonna take vengeance for my son." And we think that maybe she might have something to do with all this, but we don't know 100%.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I know. Why would Scatgram have the hots on a boat? I don't know. But yeah, this is this lady.
And the only time you've met her was on a boat, or
No,
That-
back in I believe back in shoot, what's the name of the continent we came from?
you
The
came
Sword
from like
Coast?
Neverwinter.
Never-
Yeah.
Phandalin?
We didn't meet her in Fandle. Maybe
No.
we did. Anyways, backing up. When we were before we came over over here, we had some dealings with some not so nice folks, and our suspicion is that she had some sort of familial connection to them because she was talking about sort of blood oaths and swearing vengeance upon us, and so that's my suspicion is she kind of took to the adventuring life in her own way and found her way here, met up with some nasty figures, but she cast invisibility and we weren't able to account for her before the end of the battle, and to us that seems like the most likely culprit, the kind of person who would be standing against us, able to be fairly sneaky and do something surreptitious like swap out a healing potion for poison, and and want us to sow discord amongst our ranks. So it's the best theory we have at this time, and I guess we're asking for leave to further investigate this and any resources you might be able to find or leads you may have in that
I mean,
regard.
I mean, absolutely. Whatever you guys need to do in order to find this uh, woman and bring her to justice for the death of a Lord's Alliance member. I mean, I don't know what kind of resources you guys may need, but I'm sure after the helping quell the invasion, there is many resources available to you within town, and people are going to be willing to help you as much as possibly can. I know that if you guys need it, we can supply you with horses, so you can get wherever you may need to go faster.
Well, health
Um,
potions.
what else would you guys need from us?
We need, if there's some sort of tool that you have in the Lord's Alliance armory that could that we could borrow that can assist with finding someone who um who's likely to be invisible, um some sort of lens or something. I don't know, that could be that would be of tremendous use. um uh, that would be a fairly powerful magic item, and so if it's not readily available, we'd understand. But um we think, if she's escaped through magical means, I think we need to find her through magical means.
I I can certainly look into something like that. It may take a couple of days, um, or it may be even longer before I can find something of that nature to assist you. But if you guys want to check in every couple days or every day or so, um, or if I may have more information on how long it'll take, and then you can head on your way. And there are Lord's Alliance members all across the continent, so you may be able. We can set something up to get it to a place you plan on being if you get any leads on where uh, where this killer may be.
Understood. We appreciate your efforts in that regard, and obviously we will be doing our best to keep, to continue the search, in the meantime. So we'll see what we can scrounge up.
Maybe we should get a horse and a wagon, or
Not a bad idea.
something
Maybe we should
along those lines.
to maybe venture to the next town. I can't imagine the person would stay around here, right? They'd probably obviously move on, at least for some cover.
We
No?
can certainly arrange a cart for you, and as I've mentioned, horses are something we have access to, so you're more than welcome to have the horses.
Mountain looks to the group and goes, "Should we rest up for the night and at the morning head out, or make determinations? Maybe at the bar."
Let's fan out a little bit and see what if we can drum up some leads. I think going to the bar and getting some dinner and seeing who's heard what might be as good a start as any.
Which bar do you guys want to go to, or in, or wherever?
Yes. Miles looks to the group and go, "Well, before we head to the bar, should we just head back to the scene of the crime where the person disappeared and just, I doubt we're gonna see anything. But should we just at least walk past there and maybe we'll get a vibe check? Can we kind of make a detour to go past the area and then head back to our normal inn?"
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm not sure which one you guys are considering the normal, the one that you have free
Please,
access to, or
Yes. That's what I would consider the normal one. It's only a
okay, yeah, that's fine. I'd say you also have the half full cup or the Red Mountain Inn.
Oh yeah, that's where we won the thingy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to go there?
Yeah, let's go there. If nothing else, we can warn our friend, our former team member, to keep an eye out for anyone
Oh,
talking
because
about
she might
invisible
try
shit.
to hurt him too. She loose correlation.
Um.
I wouldn't put it past her.
And like Malin wasn't like thinking of really doing much. He doesn't think we'll see anything going past the place. I just kind of want to like walk through there.
Yeah, I mean, you walk through, and once again, people are still trying to clean up after the aftermath. An invasion like that's going to take a while to clean up after, and they're trying to identify bodies, or they set up triage centers, in the area, just so that way they don't have to worry about transporting. It's that many people. It's kind of easier to transport the materials needed to them, as opposed to transporting all the injured and the wounded to wherever their makeshift hospital would be.
Does my horse have a name?
It's actually the horse with no name.
He rode
Ah.
through the desert on a horse with no name.
I knew that was coming.
Where?
As we're looking around over here where the lady disappeared,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just grab a few of the rocks and mud and dirt and stuff like that around it, and I'm just gonna close my eyes and holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Start shouting out as I'm holding it.
What do you see? Skygrab, that's just mud. What is it?
I can sense her energy here. It seems like she wanted to move on to another town, like you said. I can kind of feel it dissipating a little bit and heading off.
You
Can-
sense a direction. Would we be able to find a trail to pick up?
Can I
I-
sense if he's being deceptive about this?
Sure. Make an insight check.
It's 25.
Okay. I guess if go ahead and make a deception check. Skygram.
There's no making that. There is no making that.
Yeah, you kind of sense that it's probably not the whole story. Like you're not sure what's going on exactly. Obviously,
Mhm.
like Scatgram does weird stuff all the time.
Mhm.
So you're not 100% sure what.
There's just something off about it.
Yeah, there's definitely something
Okay.
off, and you're not sure why he would be trying to make light of a situation like this, essentially.
So the next town you say Skygrab. Interesting. Does make sense.
Oh yes, I don't think she wants to stay around here. And the dirt's just telling me she's moved on.
Yes, the dirt Skygrab. The dirt's telling you.
How can you tell that the dirt is telling you that she moved on?
Goblin intuition. Goblin intuition, I tell you.
Hey Droop!
Yeah.
Goblin intuition, huh? Crazy stuff, right?
He runs over, grabs some dirt, closes his eyes. Be like, and he's just like, yeah, you said she left, and then drops the dirt. And then he just goes, Goblin intuition.
You're the best, Droop. I appreciate your contribution to the party in every way, shape, and form. I think we learned all.
Well, Goblin Intuition. That sure is quite the oddity. I haven't seen that one before. What town do you think she went off to there, Scott Graham and Droop, with your Goblin Intuition?
Hey GM, what DM, what date is it?
Yeah. It would be day 1, week 5 of month 9. So that would be written out 1, 5, 9.
Calendar that you have here is confusing me.
So it goes weekday, month. Like they don't actually keep track of like the year or
Okay,
day,
so-
day, week, month, day, week, month.
So this poster that you have here,
Yes.
am I assuming that Gigadanes is the next one then?
Are we in Gigadanes?
Oh, we're in the port.
The Gigadanes one just happened.
Okay, so Tegan.
That would have
Danes,
happened
yeah.
on day 5 of week 1 in month 9.
Okay, so the next one would be Tegan Danes.
Yes.
Okay.
I
feel like something telling me about some weird sensations telling me like Tegan Danes or something along those lines is where she might have gone.
Where are we right now? I thought it was Gigadanes.
Yeah, you're in Gigadanes. Yes.
So you're telling me that she left here to go here?
The
No.
Tegan Danes. Tegan Danes.
Tegan Danes with a T?
Yeah.
Oh.
Technadanes.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just making things
No, I
up.
know.
Well, if
Yeah, Tegan Danes is where I kind of got an intuition from the dirt. What do you think there, Droop?
Droop.
Uh,
Nah, the science getting.
He just kind of looks at you and looks at Malin, picks up the dirt again, closes his eyes, and is like, Goblin intuition. She's not here, and then drops the dirt.
Malin walks over to Droop, pats him on the shoulder, and goes, "That's right, Droop."
well, I guess we can go to Tigadanes then. This is like the only lead we have at the moment, right?
Yeah, Goblin Intuition, guys. What our
Yep.
leads are.
I mean, that's more intuition than I have.
How about we chill for the night and then we head out in the morning? I still think there's possible information we can gain from talking with the common folk and
Well, I'm not saying
Um,
there's not. I was just doing my part to try to help out in this investigation.
Yeah, maybe the common folk can tell us where this Tigadanes is. Because I surely don't know.
all right. Anyone else looking at anything special here?
No.
Is there any maps anywhere?
Just out in the street?
Yeah, like on a job board or whatever.
Like of the city or
Of like the area that we're in, like the country.
I mean, like you'd have to like go find one to buy.
Can I go to a shop that might have a map?
Yeah. You've heard of one. It's kind of a general merchant store called Cradle's Junction.
All right. Well, compadres, I'm gonna go to Cradle Junction and pick up a map. I think it would be very helpful for us to, cartograph our way around while we search for this person, so that way we don't get lost in the wilds.
Graphing carts? What?
Like figuring out where things are. Anybody want to go with me, or am I just gonna go alone and then you guys can do whatever you want?
I'll
go
go with
with
you,
you.
Morning Lord.
All right. The three of us take off to the place that I just said.
Cartographer?
No, the store. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay. Here, I'll just put it in the chat. All right.
Cradles Junction.
Cradles.
Does anything interesting happen while we walk towards Cradles Junction?
Yeah, it's like currently like midday. Like you guys kind of did that right in the morning after you woke up. So it's like midday. You get to Cradles Junction, which is just part of the larger market area in general. You enter the shop and you see things like general goods things. You see some cloth, some rope, sewing kits, you know, random dried foods, things of that nature. And then behind the counter, you see a smaller female turtle. She looks pretty young. Looks to be in her teens, or what would be considered the teens age of a turtle, the equivalent of teens age in human.
All right.
She kind of looks at you and she's like, how can I help you?
I am looking for a map of this country. Do you possess one of those for sale?
I probably have something around here. She like starts to look around a little bit, looks underneath the counter, and and she kind of looks around. She looks underneath the counter and brings out like a scroll that's been like tri-folded. Unfolds it and be like, "Is this what you're looking for?" And you can see that it's just it's a map, has different things marked. And I mean, it looks like a map of what you of the area.
Oh, yeah, that is what I'm looking for. How much would it cost to acquire such an item?
1 silver.
All right, I'll take it. And do you have any cartographer's tools?
Let's see. Does she have any? Yeah, I guess she. Yeah, we got something like that. She comes out and brings you. It's got like a compass and some pens, just different things for drawing maps, and kind of marking directions, things of that nature. So she comes out with a kit.
And how much would it cost to acquire this?
Um,
How many
she's like, this is a little more expensive. I mean, these can be hard to come by. Um, so it's going to be about 15 gold.
I'll take it.
She's like, really?
Indeed.
I mean, yeah, of course. And she takes the gold and puts it in her register, and kind of hands you the tools.
Very nice. How many silver and a gold is it? 10?
Yeah, they're all 10. So 10 copper into silver, 10 silver into gold, 10 gold into platinum.
Okay. No, what is this country called?
Shkeki. SHKEKI.
The future
Map
lands of Scatgram.
of. What'd you say?
There,
SK.
I
Oh.
put it in the general chat.
What are you blaming me for?
I said the future lands of Scatgram.
Shkeki.
Awesome. Do you have any other sort of items that might be of interest for a person that needs to go on a journey that doesn't want to get lost at all?
I mean, I have rations in case you do get lost.
Hmm.
Or you could drop it as breadcrumbs.
Do I even have
mean-
rations? Oh, I do. I have 10. Oh, how many rations do you have available?
I mean, it's a general goods store. Like they would have pretty much any number you would want, like within reason. Obviously, you can't be like, I want 1 billion rations.
So there's 10 days in a week, right? And
6.
6?
Yeah.
And how many weeks are there in one of the months in this?
It is 6 weeks, 6 months, so 36 days in a month.
Would I be able to get 26 rations?
Yeah. I think they have the price of rations on there, don't they?
Half a gold piece. So 26 would be 13 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, I want 26. You only do 10 at a time? Lame.
I mean, you might be able to. I mean, I'll be honest. For the most part, rations are in this campaign will be RP more than anything. So
Oh. Well, then I'll
Um,
just take another 10. So it'll
yeah,
be
that's
5
fine.
gold.
yeah, that's fine. Trying to keep track of rations and everything just seems like more of a hassle than it's worth. And
You don't want to play
a campaign that's
spreadsheets the
not
game?
that's not based around survival.
You know, pull out his cartographer tools real quick on his
Fine.
map and
Maybe for some of you, it's not about survival.
okay, goblin intuition. Let's grab some more dirt.
It says these cartographer tools require a separate proficiency. Do you know what I need to do to get proficient in cartographer tools?
Hold on 1 second here. Let me
Make maps and become a cartographer.
Train with a
check
cartographer?
something.
Or is this just mostly like a compass?
No, you're like full on cartography tools like the circle thingy and
I mean,
the
like a
the
sextant and
horizon
everything?
thingy. Yeah, all that. That's cartographer tools. I would think like most regular adventures would just have a compass or something similar to that.
Hey, don't assume what I as a druid have. I listened to the
I'm just
sound
saying
of
like
the wind.
He
like
got
a
that
normal
druid
adventurer
intuition.
would no, a normal adventurer would be able to just simply be able to read a compass, but like doing all the cartographer tools is not something they would be able to
I think the
fully
way
grasp.
I think the way it works is if you go off a trail, you have to make like survival checks to make sure that you don't get lost.
Yeah, and so like that would like help you like if you had tools and stuff.
I
Oh,
paint with all
Uh,
the colors of the wind.
Would that be navigator's tools then, or is it?
I think
Oh,
that's more
it's-
for boats.
Boats and hoes?
I think
Boats and
cartographer's
hoes.
tools are like sextants, those plumb drops to take distances and measure longitude, latitude, and distance, and then the drafting tools with which to draft the map. So it's about map making over
Yeah.
navigation.
Well, 'cause I'm just trying to see.
I wonder if there's like exploration tools. How do I filter by tags? The thing.
Sure it is, but I could not tell you how to do it. So I'm just trying to see if there's.
This doesn't sound like more ways Malin can meet Owlbear, so he is not intrigued.
You want to meet owl bears, huh?
Yeah, I got paws and beaks in my backpack,
okay.
you know. You want to see
Um,
one?
There's not a. I think you would have to like level up into it. I mean, if you wanted a way to learn how to do it, I'm definitely willing to create a type of skills challenge similar to training Droop, where over time you could become proficient in them through like use and study.
Okay.
But otherwise, it would kind of be like you mentioned, like if you guys went off track, like you guys could still figure out how to use a compass or ask somebody how to use a compass and at least have like a basic knowledge of it. But some of the more intricate stuff of the cartographer's tool set, like obviously you need to be proficient. That's kind of how I would see it.
Yeah, you can have a compass and still be lost while going north. You're
Exactly.
lost. You're just going
Like,
north.
But like, I think like if you guys did happen to get lost or anything, and like we're unfamiliar with the territory, I'd probably give it to you as a straight roll instead of like a disadvantage for being completely unknown area.
Okay, that's fair.
Until you're able to, but I can come up with some type of a challenge or skills challenge type of thing for you if
Okay.
you want to try and become it. I was looking it up because I know, like I mentioned last time, now that you guys have gone up a rank in the Lord's Alliance, I think it was Red Knife. I don't know if anybody actually took that down or changed your rank in your notes.
Nope.
Okay. But yeah, you guys are all Red Knights, and they offer training now in some type of stuff.
We are.
But
red.
it was navigators tools they had instead of cartographers. Cartographers were the Emerald Enclave.
Lords.
Okay.
I can't see. Works.
You said it's a red knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your rank.
Yeah, that was a fun talk about maps.
Yeah, that's all that I need here.
Okay. So you got those items, and then you guys head to the bar more.
Yeah, I think that's next.
And is everybody who all went to the store? Did anybody go straight to the bar? Or
Alan
did-
went straight to the bar.
I went to the store with
Okay.
Morning Lord.
I went to the bar.
I heard Baloop. What was Baloop?
Oh, that's probably me.
So Matt, I'm just gonna say it in the group chat. You can try and do whatever you want. I can't say would it work or not because I don't know if it'll work. That depends on.
Oh, is that something?
It depends on. You can certainly try it. you can certainly try whatever you want, but like asking would it work? There's no way for me to do that to tell you because one, I don't know.
I don't mean as like would it be good? I just mean like is that something we could do?
Yeah, you can try whatever you want. You can do
Oh.
you can try whatever you want in D&D. And
You
I'll
can try.
I'll either make rules to make it allow, or like if it's something completely unreasonable, like if you were like, hey, I want to drop a nuclear bomb on this town,
Oh no.
no, that's not a thing you can actually do in the game. But yeah, you can.
Okay,
You
if I
can try
focus
whatever
all
you
my
want.
chi into my center point, can I explode myself like a nuclear bomb?
No, you can't.
That's more or less me saying like, will this idea like, can we do this idea?
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying is like you don't have to ask if you can try an idea. You just tell me you're doing that idea, and then
Okay.
I'll tell you if like if it's absolutely asinine, like no. But if it's
Oh, okay. That's fine.
something within even remote reason, if there's no technical rule that I know, in order to make it work, we'll do something in order to I'll make a rule or make a rule so that
Oh, hey! Thanks for that 26 months, be straight!
So if we line up like
Do the bomb.
1,000
Oh, they all got little.
peasants in a row, and we just like pass an item as we like pass it, it like gets exponentially faster. Can we make the peasant railgun?
Sure, you can do that. You have to have at least 4,000 people in one line, and every single one has to roll a natural 20
Okay,
on a dexterity check.
I'm up for trying if anybody else wants to.
I will pass on that.
And as it starts to get faster, you get increasingly more disadvantage on it. So, like the first
Game.
person is straight, the next person's at disadvantage, the next person's at double disadvantage. So, you can certainly try.
Sounds like a fun time.
I'm not saying it's impossible, just saying it's improbable. All right. So Malin, Scatgram,
Group.
Droop, did Matavius go straight to the bar?
Yep.
Or okay, so Matavius, did you guys say anything? I mean, it is like noon, so or midday, so you guys are at the bar. There's not a lot of patrons there. I mean, there's a few people getting lunch, and stuff like that, but obviously taking a break from cleaning up the wreckage. But there's not a lot.
Is there a lunch special, like posted somewhere?
Didn't you go with me?
Name.
Oh wait, yeah, I did. Sorry,
Yeah, Felidor did.
I thought we were all together again. Sorry, my bad.
I'm just going to introduce, like, say what's up to fuck, what's his name?
Toonbron.
Yeah, Toonbron. Be like, yo, what's up, Toonbron? Yo, when the rest of the people get here, we want to talk to you quick. Nothing too big to worry about, but until then, maybe a round of drinks.
He looks at you and he's like, certainly I can get you a round of drinks. You new in town?
Oh, Toonbron, yeah, we're always new in town to you. It's always great to see you, my man.
I looks at you and he's like, yeah, my memory's not what it once was.
Well, we all know that, my man.
And he pours you 3 half-full beers and gives them to you.
I'm
Half
assuming
full.
I'll just end there until everyone else gets back, unless somebody else
Okay.
wants to do something.
Okay, so the other 3 of you, I guess, Cole, I assume you're with Morning Lord and Felidor.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you three all show up.
As they walk in, I hold up my glass. Nothing like a nice half full glass for everyone.
Um,
What?
Nobody, okay.
You cut out.
Oh, and I said, nah, nothing like a nice half full glass for everyone.
A half full glass of beer? Is that what
Yeah.
we're doing here? I mean, why isn't it
Yeah.
full?
You already know. Like,
Maybe my memory's bad too. Everything in that? Who is this person? I'm just kidding. I take the beer after I chuckle a little bit and sit down next to Malin and pull out my map and spread it out on the table.
as he's pulling out the map, I'm gonna look at Cole and go, "Hey, Cole, I know you kind of connect more with Toon Braun, and he's not all there, as we all know, half full cups. Funny thing. How do you think we should go about letting him know that this lady might, come off him in the middle of the night?"
I've got an idea. It's a little cruel, but I think it'll do the trick. Cole pull out a piece of parchment and a quill, and he'll start writing in a hand that's very pointedly not his own, and in fact is the letters are large and sweeping and a little haphazard, as if written by a creature not used to holding such a fine writing implement. And what he'll write is a letter, essentially from Toombaron's brother, but he'll keep the language vague as to whether this means like brother, friend, partner, it's me, so and so from the whatever campaign, or brother as in a literal brother. It'll be kind of vague in the language, but describing a um the woman's description and her kind of tactics and motives, that she's looking for for this group, and ran afoul of me, just so if you find out about it, let the Lord's Alliance know, because I worry for you, brother. Be vigilant. If she were to come for you, as she came for me, I only escaped by the skin of my horns, and I need you to be vigilant. If you catch word of her, send word to the Lord's Alliance, and they may be able to help. And then he'll and I'll hand this. Is Scatgram? Scatgram, are you around?
Yeah, I went to the bar with you guys.
Like, Scatgram, would you be able to sneak around and sort of pin this in a place where it's like important, where if he if Toonbaron wanted to remember something important, he would have stuck this like at eye level or something.
So you're saying don't pin it on his butt.
Correct. I'm saying don't pin it on his butt. I'm saying, pin it on his ice box or something to that effect.
Now I start looking around and on the wall behind him on the bar, and I see a place that's kind of vaguely open there. Yeah, I see a spot here. And I'll take the notes, and I'm gonna just kind of sneak my way around the counter and stand like where the barkeep would go in and out from it, and wait for him to kind of look away.
okay. Yeah, I mean, it's easy enough. Like, he gets distracted even with like talking to you guys at some point, and
While she's over there, then also I'll go behind it, right behind, about eye level, by where his till is. I'm assuming he's gonna be back on the back counter, so on the front counter. And right above that, I'm gonna take the note and kind of just get it stuck up there, right above it.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
And then from there, I'm just gonna kind of come back and go. Does that work for you there?
I think that'll do.
Ah, yes, that should work just fine.
So now,
Um,
what are you guys? What's your plan with this? Like, we got the note back there, but
I mean, even if we tell him anything, he's not going to remember. He's just more than likely going to see the note. I mean, even if we mention it to him, he ain't going to remember that the note's there until he sees the note. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like object permanence. It's not there until it is.
So,
So, anyways, we need to go
looks
to
like,
Thigadanes, right?
yeah, this map you have. Where does it appear to be on? Right.
It's south. I mean, you guys had heard about it too. Like,
Is it a
the
pretty
camp-
straightforward like path? On
yeah.
the
I mean,
map?
the path that you guys were following to get down to the camp was the path that led to this town.
Oh, okay.
How long is it for a ride on a horse?
It'd probably be like a day and a half because it was like a 2-day trip by foot.
All right. Well, sounds like tomorrow we go get horses from the Lord's Alliance and take off south to Thigadanes.
Guess
Right.
from that on.
Aye.
Is there anything anybody else wants to do today? It's like pretty early.
I didn't really have a ton, I'll probably go wade out into the water again, become one with the water.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of go off.
Yeah, like waist deep in the water. Like maybe if I become one with the water, I can cast my control water spell more efficiently. I'll be doing like druid tai chi in the water.
We already went to the potion shop, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, you've been there. You haven't been there today.
Oh.
But
Yeah, we talked to the woman there and with under the zone
That was
approved.
yesterday.
Right.
I guess if we're gonna kind of like go off on our ways, I'm gonna go to the potion shop.
okay.
Do you want me to go ahead and ask what I'm looking for?
Yeah. I mean,
I would just like to talk to her and say, we talked to Lord's Alliance. Like inform her kind of what's going on. Not like too many details, but I don't know what their whole situation still is with you, but we're currently investigating something we think that might have happened in this situation, and hopefully that'll take the heat off. And then go ahead.
she's like I appreciate it. I don't know what happened.
Again, I can't promise anything as of yet. We only have assumptions, but I don't know. I mean, still be safe because, until we can prove it otherwise, they're still probably a little mad at you. But other than that, random thought. Your potion shop got a potion of heroism back there today, maybe?
I mean, I was wiped out by I was wiped out by the invasion. I gave everything I could out to help. I can certainly get one put together. It may take a day or two.
Nah, I'm actually going to currently be leaving So that's gonna be. I can't wait. No issues there. Totally understand. Just make my rounds. Figure I'd let you know about the whole situation. Hopefully that takes a little heat off of your head. A little cloud over your head. God.
Well,
Um,
I appreciate the heads up.
of course. Other than that whole hiccup, your potions have been going pretty good. Keep up the great work, and Melon's gonna.
Well, thank you. I'll do my best.
He's just gonna kind of wander around town then.
Okay.
Kind of finish out. I guess if we don't really have any other organized stuff, he's gonna finish helping people where he can see.
Clean
need
and stuff.
help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything that they would want to do today?
Can I use this time to try to figure out my new cartographer tools, or do you need to come up with a system?
Yeah, that's fine. We can what I'll do is I'll figure out a system, and this will be you can have one attempt, right whenever I figure it out.
Okay, that works for me.
But yeah, you kind of go. How are you going about trying to do this? Are you just looking at them and trying to figure out what it is? Are you
Well,
trying to
I
ask
would
somebody? Are you?
I would use them trying to figure out how they would be used in correlation to the map of Skeki that I got.
Okay.
But then I guess I could try to find a cartographer, but I imagine there's probably not a cartographer's guild in a town this small.
Yeah, I mean they don't have anything specific. There might be people who have dabbled in it as a hobby. Would probably be the best that you'd find.
Okay.
But I mean, if you wanted to seek somebody out, you certainly could.
I mean, that'll be a side quest. Mark
Okay.
that down.
So for now, you're just gonna kind of sit at the bar and swivel stuff around and compare directions to the map, stuff like that. Then
Yeah.
figure out what all the tools are. Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to do special? Okay. If nobody else does, then we can cut to the evening. If anybody has anything, if nobody has anything for the evening, we can cut to the night.
Nope. I just assume that we probably meet up at the bar and then head to bed at the inn.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys are going to the long night's rest then after this?
Yeah,
get to
Yes.
the one
sleep?
that we
Okay.
have. Correct.
Okay. All right. So you guys all get your rooms per usual. You stay there. And what I guess anything else going on? I mean, obviously, I know Matavius and Scatgram had some stuff they wanted to do. Does anybody else have anything for the night?
Nope. Nothing on. Nothing on.
No.
Okay. Scatgram and Matavius, do you guys want to do this in the public, or do you want to go down to the different Discord server or different voice chat? You guys.
They already left.
I'm here.
I wanted to discuss some stuff, but I was typing stuff, but
Well, you can go to
I mean, you
the
can
different
discuss it
Discord
now.
channel
Yeah,
and talk
right
about
now
it.
everybody's sleepy. So I mean, if you want, we can go to a different chat, and you guys can talk. We can talk, or you guys
I
can.
mean, you can also
share, doesn't matter.
discuss stuff in secret too, and then come back and do certain parts if you want to do it that way too.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I'll move them down if they want. Yes, no, maybe so.
I don't
Can you
know.
repeat the question?
I'll just leave it be then, because I don't know what's going on. So,
Well, that's because you haven't told me what's going on.
well, no, I'm not talking about. I was talking about like a plan we're trying to come up with.
Okay, I'm gonna move you guys down.
They've gone away.
We're overcomplicating that way too much.
Yeah, I was like, just go to a different channel and talk about it.
While they're
Boing
talking,
boing.
I need to use the restroom, so I'm gonna pop up for a minute.
Okay.
So far, I have discovered that water is wet.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Are you sure that
Yeah.
water is wet, or just that water makes things wet?
Actually, it's that we're incapable of actually feeling the sensation of wet. It's a combination of cold and slippery at the same time.
Everything's just pressure.
When you just put it down to the brass tacks, it's really just electrical signals going through your nervous system.
Right here, but I did, but I would have put pop.
With a pudding pop. Boing boing.
One of the campaigns of Strahd that I listened to, they killed like the people a lot. I mean, a lot.
I haven't looked into anything other than I know that there's like a pre-campaign like haunted house thing. Because
Yeah, you have
I don't want to know what happens. I want to experience it.
you have like I think 3 or 4 different options as a pre-campaign, or you start out at level 3.
Yeah.
I think most people did the death house thing.
I don't remember. I don't actually remember like the details of most of the campaign. I just remember they killed them off a lot, and it was just funny because it brought them back in funny ways.
I want to play either a paladin or a cleric.
Cleric is OP in that one.
That's why he wants to play it.
Well, just because I have a
I
good
mean, I think-
story for either a paladin or a cleric as to why they're there. So
I mean, it's also you can adjust. Like I know one situation that you can get in that makes that a cleric can be OP in that, but you don't always for certain get in that situation. Like like there's certain things that lead you in certain directions.
Yeah, that deck of cards thing. Supposedly that makes like the campaign a little more random.
Sure, random. You all believe that?
I don't know. I just I don't want to know anything that happens in the campaign. So until I actually play it. That's why every time I bring it up, I've had somebody ask me, "Why don't you DM it?" I was like, "Because this is the one that I don't want to know what happens ahead of time, and I want to experience it as a player. I don't care about other modules that are out there. This is the only one that I just want to actually experience it. Like, I just want to do it."
Strahd bitch slaps you 24/7. Whole campaign ruined.
You wake up in the middle of the night and Strahd is there. Roll for agility. Oh, you missed? You got bitch slapped.
Roll for initiative. Oh shit. Dude, my
What is it?
initiative as a druid sucks.
That's because your
Fine.
initiative goes off of your dexterity.
I know. But my
Get,
dexterity sucks.
Find a weapon of warning, because then you get advantage on your initiative.
That's still not gonna help very much when I only get a +1.
I mean, that's still better than nothing. And it's
Hey
just
man, I get a +6 bonus to my perception though.
I
so-
mean, but you also get other things from a weapon of warning. It's just convenient to have.
You know what your initiative should be? That should be your highest stat modifier minus your lowest stat modifier.
You want to know what that would end up being?
What?
A +4 because my lowest stat modifier is a -1.
Your highest is a +3?
Yeah.
I feel like that just turned into fights and arguments about how charisma helps you, attack earlier, and and why your strength impedes you.
Just know, Casey, that I have a +4 to my initiative, and there's a lot of times that I seem to either be going at the same time as you or after you.
I also roll real terribly in initiative too, even though I do have that +1.
Same.
I'm just like rolling like 3s, and I'm just like, oh great.
There's
Well, I was
also
like
a
the
lot of
leftover
different
one,
ways to do initiative besides rolling that are a little bit more fair.
I don't know. I like random. It's sometimes dumb, but it's just the way it is.
It's always nice when your tank goes last.
I mean, if you think about your tank wearing the most heavy armor and usually aren't usually the brightest.
Well, the thing is then you just gotta, like, if you're a rogue or a monk or something, you're just like, I stand next to the tank. I end my turn.
I
I guess
also
it's
picked
whatever.
like what's considered like the worst druid subclass. So just because I want the cool things it does, even though it doesn't really help much.
Which subclass is that?
Circle of Dreams.
Oh,
Like the like big time bonus you get for going all in on it is you get to use like the spell that lets you contact people through their dreams for free once per day.
that's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it doesn't do a lot.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're whereas like I'm sure Circle of the Moon is like, call down the literal moon like the third day of Majora's Mask and smash a guy, but like
Yeah.
that's just the druid subclass for you.
That's how Chewbacca died in the extended universe. Before
Moon
they,
fell on him.
before they made it all non-canon, a moon fell on Chewbacca and killed him.
Wild.
That's pretty much the only thing that's gonna kill Chewbacca. It's the moon.
Right.
Come on. No, really, I picked this one because I wanted the Balm of the Summer Court and the ability to teleport when I get to that point.
When
I
do you get that?
I think it's next level or the level after. I don't have my book on me.
No, that's fine.
But
I was-
yeah, I can teleport up to 60 feet to where I can see, or I can teleport a willing creature up to 30 feet that I can touch.
What level is that?
8 or 9 or whatever the next. I think it's the next
It's probably
ability that I
9.
get.
Because your ability score improvements at 8. Probably. And I guess it isn't for sure, but
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it's the next ability that I get because the first one I get is Balm of the Summer Court, which is my healing ability.
Mhm.
The other one I got was Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow, which is during the short or long rest I can create that sphere, 30-foot sphere, invisible sphere that grants +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks and prevents all light from escaping it.
Nice.
wait,
Yeah.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was just gonna say I did not come up with a super powerful build for switch when I switched over to Warlock. I lost all of my my utility casting, all of my rituals from my tome that I could do. Now I have to use spell slots for that. I'm like, this sucks.
But it's good role playing though.
Here's
I
something
really
I found
wanted
on
there
Wikipedia.
to be a
The
consequence.
Humor
and
is an Anglo-Dutch owned American brand of ice cream novelty sold
to
from ice cream
going
trucks
on
as
my
well
own
as
thing.
stores and other retail
Alexa,
outlets.
I'm
stop.
just glad that that Caleb was cool with my kind of
Stupid.
playing Calvin Ball of like, oh, can I just swap out my character for a totally different character? Like, yeah, sure, no problem.
I figured I just want you guys to have fun. So
I'm having a blast with my new Cole, with my Final Fantasy 21 Cole.
all right. Okay, so the night passes without incident to any of you guys. And you guys wake up in the morning, and what's the plan from there?
I'm going to first go back to the temple and pick up my carving in the morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
But after that, I'm just planning to meet up with everyone, get a horse, to get a horse.
Ride a cowboy.
My horse is gonna have the name Quincy.
Your horse is the horse with no name. That's its name.
No, I have spoken. It's Quincy.
It's like a racing horse where its name doesn't make any sense, but it's extremely long for no reason.
Can I nickname my horse one time? Because this is the only time I'm gonna ride it. One time.
You should name it Milkshake Rubber Ducky. Here comes
Um,
Milkshake Rubber Ducky around the corner.
Instead of a horse, do I get a discount if I rent a donkey?
We're not even
I
buying
mean,
or renting these. We're
yeah, they're being given to you by the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, okay. Then I want a donkey.
yeah, give
for
him a
sure.
donkey. Yes.
Jim, I've got an idea, but I don't know if I really want to like role play it out. But during breakfast, I'd like to kind of saddle up with some folks, like if there's a long common table, and have breakfast not with the party, and kind of listen to the gossip in the town, and if anyone and try to spread words that everyone needs to be checking their potions, because somebody during the battle, one of the forces tried to taint some potions. Just have everyone try, as many people as I can, just be on the lookout for an invisible woman messing with potions. And I was thinking if I could do like an investigation or persuasion check to either
Okay.
to like gather information and to just convince people to be on the lookout, just get more eyes out there. And
Okay, so are you? I guess those would be two different things you'd be
Mhm.
trying to do. Are you trying to like sit and listen and see what people are talking about, or or would you rather try and tell people about what's going on?
I'd
And,
rather
like,
tell people if I have to choose between the two. If I
and
can't
then
do
like
both.
whatever information they have,
Yeah, and I don't
like
want
they
to.
may give it to you.
And the line that I'm trying to walk is like I don't want to start like a panic.
Yeah.
But if I get like, oh, you heard that there's some, there's this invisible lady during the battle who was messing around with potions. So before you go chugging a potion, just check and make sure it wasn't swapped out. Because I hear she's still out there. Eyes on a swivel. Lords Alliance are on it, but the more eyes, the better, I say.
Yeah, go ahead and make a. I guess that'd be persuasion.
Okie doke. That's
General
gonna be a
persuasion.
21.
Okay. Yeah, people, like when you start talking to people, some of them are like, oh, like thanks for the heads up, like we appreciate it, and some of them are like, oh, I did hear about that. Like there's been some rumors around town that like this happened. I didn't know if it was true or not, but it's sad that it is. Like the Lord's Alliance is important to this town because they provide a lot of the security generally needed. So, like you just kind of hear those kind of rumblings, but you definitely get to a lot of people or anybody who's there. You're able to kind of go from place to place or table to table, people there, and let them know. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll be sure to let my friends know." Type of thing.
And I'll give them a little kind of like a nod and a wink sort of vibe, like "Good on ya." Eyes peeled and think before you swig. And with that, I'll go out and go pick up a horse from the Lord's Alliance.
Okay. Did anybody else have anything to do in the morning besides pick up the horse?
No, I was just gonna go get my horse.
Okay. Matavius went down to the team. Okay. All right. Okay, so you all gather the horses. Any last minute supplies you guys need, you can pick up too. If there is anything. But then you head out and
I
you
shall.
just head.
Oh,
head
I was going to say, I shall name my donkey Sancho.
Okay, so are you headed down to Tegnadanesen?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so it does take. I mean, it's without consequence. It's a pretty. I'm not gonna say well traveled road, but it is a traveled road that you're on. So there's no issues getting to Tegnadanesen. It's similar in size to Gigadanes, but it is it's a farming town. It's further off the coast, so it doesn't have as much access to the fishing um, market or the fishing in the shores. It takes a lot more work to get there, so they've become more of a farming community. And while you when you do come into town, you do hear a lot of buzz about the town. There's you hear different things mentioned of Independence celebration tomorrow. You hear some of the rumors of Gignadanes coming up. You hear about a band that's playing tomorrow, and you start just hearing about all these different things going on. But there's quite a buzz going on. Within the town, just as you're kind of walking around, and but I mean, as far as you're walking around, the shops you may see would be like you like your horse is like there's gonna be a stable here, because people have horses that they need for the farming. I mean, you're gonna see obviously like a general merchant, but it'll be more towards that farming type of stuff. You see um, somebody who does like horseshoes, blacksmith, obviously stuff of that nature. Um, so things in that community is what you'd be finding more so.
So this isn't the town that had the like nice shop, right?
No. This is about the size of Gigadane. So they might have different. They'll have different stuff, obviously, because they have a different economy. I mean, they're not that far from Gigadanes,
Yeah,
but
but
they
it,
still have a
it
different economy
yeah,
and
it's
different
not.
needs. What do you guys do?
I will. As we're heading out, I'd like to cast. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I still have this spell. Yeah, I'll cast Detect Magic. To try to just like we're following sort of a trace. Of her magical essence was kind of what's leading us down the path. I'm gonna see if I can pick up on it more.
Okay. So you're doing this before you leave town, or like as you enter town?
Like as we're as we're as we're entering. So we're leaving Gigathane.
Yeah.
And we're entering.
Headed south to Teg. We just call it Teg.
To Teg. As we get closer to Teg, that's what I'm looking for. And I guess invisibility is abjuration.
Unsure. Somebody has it, so let's look. Illusion.
Illusion. Yeah. Oh yeah. Illusion. Of course. Yeah. So I'm looking for illusory magics. So.
Okay.
Oops. And I've got that for 10 minutes as we. Is
Okay.
the duration. So
Yeah. So I mean, you're walking around town, and like you as you were coming into town and looking around, um, nothing like piques your interest. Like you do see like people have put like illusion, like some magic on like their signs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So instead of actually having to like carve out the sign and paint it or whatever like that for their store, instead they just throw up illusion magic so that way it's there all the time and
yeah.
they don't have to worry about it. Um, and then like you see like within shops like you get a couple pings and stuff like that, but it's nothing to the level that you would expect to get on a detect magic spell
Mhm.
from a spell that would be as powerful as what she had cast.
Okay. So can I infer that she's not here, or would that be a bridge too far?
You can infer that any of the areas that you've been, she's not there, which
Okay.
would be like the main market and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like you can kind of assume that as far as you can tell, she's uh not here. But you also you don't have a good lead on what direction she may have went,
Mhm.
other than what Scatgram was saying.
Okay.
Goblin.
So yeah, I'll scan over and kind of communicate that to the crew. I'm not seeing any signs of illusion magic that indicate someone who's under an invisibility spell. So I think we're gonna need to do some shoe leather to find out when she might have come through.
Hmm.
Interesting. So you're saying we need to boots to the ground, walk around?
I think we need to ask around.
I think we should start with whoever's in charge of this little village. Is that a good idea?
Uh, I'm gonna like say, maybe we should talk to the animals. The animals always see things.
Do you have the ability to talk to animals?
Yes, I do.
Well, we could give that a shot first and see what the animals have to say.
All
I
right.
mean, we
so
came here we came here with goblin intuition, so things can't get any more weird.
Why are you saying such bad things to Goblin Intuition?
I just don't
You
believe
know-
it's a thing.
Two of us had it.
You-
Come on now. You,
you-
can't just tell me that doesn't. It's coincidence that both of us thought it. Same thing.
You're talking a lot of like disbelief for something that was completely believable.
If you guys say so. I don't know.
so I make sure I'm asking the right questions. We're looking to see if she came through this way or came this way, right? That's what the goblin intuition was. Because I still don't understand goblins all that well. It's a bunch of squeaky noises and that kind of stuff. Usually the wolves that I hang out with that are just using them as cheap toys.
It more or less was just telling me this direction, something down here. I don't know what it was, but something's telling me that we need to be here.
Can anybody translate that? All I heard was squeaky noises. I'm gonna turn to the Goliath. Do you understand what these goblins are saying half the time?
He said something about how he had a feeling with his goblin intuition that she came this direction.
Okay. So if she may be invisible, let's see if there's any dogs around. Maybe they smelled somebody that they hadn't smelled before and couldn't see. So I'm gonna go roaming the streets for some stray dogs.
Yeah, sure. So you walk through, and I mean, like you see stray animals around. There's different types of animals all around. Doesn't really um, like. There's some dogs. There's feral cats. You see rabbits. Different things, and as you get further to the edges of town, you start seeing a little bit more wildlife, just because that's where they would be, because they don't want to deal with humans necessarily. But you do see some throughout the town. Where would you like to stop to?
Just a stray dog that's not too far out of town, so that he may kind of know some of the usual people that are around.
Okay.
And I'll cast Speak with Animals on them.
Okay. Well, you cast it on yourself.
On
right?
myself, yeah. And I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna be like, "Hello, good sir. May I have your name?"
And you're talking to like a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, he looks at you, and he uh says his name is Doug.
Doug, huh? Well, Doug, how long have you been around these parts?
He's like, I was born and raised, I guess you'd say.
Ah, well, I have a question for you. We're in search of someone who escaped us and is gravely injured, or has killed a friend of ours. Now, the thing is, they have the ability to be invisible, so I was wondering if you maybe smelled a human or a human-like being that you weren't able to see, but you maybe hadn't recognized before around here.
I mean, people are coming in and out of town uh, for trade fairly often. It's,
Th-
I
This
mean,
would this would probably be somebody you can't see because they would want to be invisible. Have you encountered anything of that nature?
I'm not sure why they'd need to be invisible, but I mean, no, nothing's been out of the ordinary, other than we've had a little bit more traffic due to the upcoming celebration, but not really, not really anything out of the ordinary as far as somebody not trying to be seen, like you're describing.
Hmm. Well, would it be possible I could ask a favor of you for us? Just a
Uh,
very small one.
I mean, you can ask. I mean, no promises on my end. Don't really have
A dog in this
uh,
fight.
yeah. I don't really have a reason to trust you. I don't know why you're searching after this person. I don't know
Give
Well,
him
why
some
you're.
food. Give him some food.
well, what
Here's
I
some
do
rations.
I do have some food here. I could trade some nice, yummy food here just to keep an eye out, to maybe pass along to your friends and pack mates, because I know you dogs love to travel in packs. To look out for this person. I've even got a description here of them. Or at the very worst, one of my colleagues can get us a description. Have you guys keep an eye out. If you see him, maybe come up and find me. We'll be in town here for a while, and there could be more and fresher food in it for you if you do help us.
I mean, food's always good. Sometimes it's harder to come by than others. Uh, is there any chance that maybe you can do me a favor or us a favor
Well, that
if
could
you're
be possible.
back?
I could
Uh,
possibly do you a favor.
Well, there's this group of cats.
I need you
Um,
to murder them.
we we don't really like them. Uh, they kind of are the main competitors for our food source. Um, they uh, they're not far from the town hall and the Daring Shield Brewery. They usually live in the alley between those two. If you could go ahead and I don't know, drive them off, um, you know, we'll definitely make sure we're keeping a closer eye or nose to the ground.
I think we could definitely do that for you. If you guys could keep an eye out for us of this person. And I'm just gonna like describe them and I'm like, yeah, they look like this, and they come from this land and yada yada, all the info that we know because I don't actually remember it off the top of my head here and I don't have it wrote down, but
Yeah, you're good.
we all
So
know.
you describe her and kind of like even a little bit of what happened as to like why you're looking for them. And he's like, you know, I get where you're coming from. These cats, same way, same way. So you get rid of those cats, and we'll make sure we keep a nose to the ground for you.
We can definitely do that. I will even if my compatriots here uh can't help, I'm sure I can take care of these cats myself. I got a little few tricks up my sleeve to take care of them bad boys.
All right. All right. Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you when you get rid of them.
Well, good pleasure doing business with you as well. And as I promised, here's a little bit of food for you as a sign of good faith.
He grabs it and kind of runs off.
Pew pew. Doug the dog.
NPCs I didn't think I'd have to make. All right.
Wait till
Alright.
you have to make
Dog.
the 40 cats in the alleyway to fight.
they come out snapping fingers.
Oh, it's gonna be we're going full on Jets versus Sharks, huh?
Okay. All right. So you talk to the dog, and what's going on now?
So I know I kind of wandered on my own, or did I? Did you guys follow me? I don't. You guys didn't really say if you were following me or not.
Well, Cole will stick with you, but keep a respectful distance. He doesn't want to spook the dogs while you're talking to him. But
Okay.
so maybe like around a corner.
Okay. Well, I will come back and let you guys know what Doug the dog said, that there's a group of, they would keep an eye out for this person, but we have to drive out a group of cats that are between the town hall and this something Shield Brewery. Like there's an alleyway between them that happens. And Morning Lord just drove a semi right through our whole thing. Jesus boy.
Oh, you heard that?
Yes.
You guys see a cart pulled by a couple horses speeding through town, just full of supplies on the back, just right by you. Yeah, right by you as you're going by. So it interrupts you a little bit.
But yeah, we just have to drive out those cats. And, they said they would keep an eye out for us since they have that keen sense of smell in case she is still invisible.
I have an idea to drive out these cats.
Okay, what's the idea?
I go to that area and I unleash the bag of puppies.
That is the best idea that I think we could have had. We're gonna unleash the bag of puppies on a bunch of cats. I'm down. Like I don't even care what else we do today. I want to go unleash the bag of puppies.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, it's later on in the day, so
Well, I'm pretty sure cats are going to be a little more active at night. I think they're a little more of a nocturnal winter, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Caleb's like, I don't have the 40 cats drawn up yet.
that's fine. You guys can do what you want.
But I'll leave it up. I'll leave it up to the group because I'm not the only person here. Somebody else might have a good idea for something that we can do to find them.
Malon's gonna look over at Skygram and look at him, look down at the ground, look at him, look down at the ground, and go, so does that dirt possibly have goblin intuition? And then turns to Droop and go, hey Droop, goblin intuition time.
He reaches down. He kind of looks down at the ground, little confused, but he's like, okay, and grabs some dirt, puts it in his hand, closes his eyes, but he like has one open, straining to like see, and he's kind of staring at Scatgram. Um, like annoyingly, like I don't know what to do right now. And then he like takes it for a second, um, and then drops it and just goes, oh, Droop tired.
Malon's gonna walk up to Droop and put a hand on over his shoulder and go, man, that goblin intuition must be draining all your chi, man. It's just, I get it. We'll try another time. How about that?
Yeah, Droop tired.
Yeah, Droop. Okay. Well, Skygrab, since Droop is tired, I guess I can't ask you to try. Droop obviously only has as much energy as you, right?
You said it. I mean, I don't want to just waste all of my potential just using my intuition. So I mean, we should probably just wait for it and see what happens. I guess.
Mouse and then just look towards Felidor and go, oh, so there's what did they tell you about these cats? Why do we need to get rid of them? Are they evil cats or?
Well, they steal their food, and I was kind of promising them some food to help us out.
Ah. Oh.
I mean, it's basically just a turf war.
Gotcha. When are you thinking you want to do this? You want to do this now? We doing this is this like a night op kind of situation, a morning op situation?
Well, I mean, classic, turf war between like rival gangs usually happens at night, doesn't it?
So you
Like,
thinking this a night op? All right. That's
I
the
mean,
case. But
I was gonna say, shouldn't we just like, grease our hair back some and show up with our sleeves rolled up? Or are we doing like pipes and chains, or is the skins, or
well, if we're gonna, do this at night, Alan's going to continue to walk around. You said there's they're prepping for a thing tomorrow?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
what?
like you've heard talk of like the celebration that's going on, and then the also like there's a concert. It's in tandem with the celebration, but there's a concert going on.
Sure. And there's no super special shops, just regular shops that are probably just doing specials.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, you might see some of the same, vendors. Like you do see Dag Shop set up again down here. Like right after the food contest, he left town and came down south in order to set up shop here, knowing that um this celebration was coming up. So you see his shop pull up, and then like you see some of the other people's who's are around that were up there. But otherwise, it's just going to be similar shops to what was in Gigadane's, just more focused towards a farming community. So like you're still going to be somebody who does like a potion master. Like there's still going to be somebody, a clothier. There's still going to be like a cooper, shoemaker, stuff like that. Like all these things are going to still be a thing, but it's just a matter of their specialties of what they work on, and is going to be more focused towards. Is going to be more focused towards the farming side of things as opposed to the fishing side of things. So are you looking for any shops in particular?
No, I was just if there's not like a particular thing. No, I guess I would just go around like taking everything in, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
observing the surroundings. I guess the one thing I would be looking for is probably an inn to stay at, because we're gonna eventually need that. Or if there's not like a good inn, is there? I guess I would look for a potential inn. We'll start there.
Yeah, you do some searching, and you do see like you find a few. The first one you find is the one mentioned by Felidor. It's the Daring Shield Brewery. Then you find a second one. It's going to be the Salty Dog. And then the last one you find is the Talking. Let's see here. The Talking Den.
Talking Den?
Yeah, the Talking Den.
Okay.
And those are like the bars and inns that you find.
I guess if there's like nobody has plans for the day, I would just continue to venture, and then we all agree to meet up at one of the bars. I guess pricing would be the thing, right?
I mean, they're all gonna be with
Similar.
with the celebration on. It's gonna be like a more premium rate for any of them.
Premium.
So I mean, if you like go in and ask, they're all between 2 and 3 gold a night right now.
I guess the other thing, group, is we could camp out.
Well, I feel like we should go talk to the the leader of the town before we thinking about camping or going to an inn.
Well, it's always smart to have plans on what you're going to do for the night before the inns are filled up.
I mean, weren't we doing the turf war with the cats tonight?
You doing that all night? You're not going to sleep at all?
I mean, I wanted to meditate for 4 hours.
Again, there's more people than just you in our group, so it's good to be mindful of others.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's whatever they want to do, but I know what I can do.
I'll give you a hand with that, Felidor, and I may need to, to the point, I may need to duck out a little bit early if it turns out it's going to be a whole thing. It's going to take all night because I do need to sleep, but I'll help you to the extent that I can. You're going about. I'd be happy to check in with the Lord's Alliance in town and see if there's anything that have them keep a lookout, and if anybody's reported any strange potion related business. I think there might be I think it's a bit of a long shot that she's tried to pull the same nonsense here as she did back Greylor, but it's worth I figure it's worth asking.
Indeed.
Okay. So are you heading there now?
I will. Once we're all.
Well, let's go to the inn, get some rooms, and then go talk to leaders. 1, 2, 3, break.
Hey,
If that works for everyone.
Good.
I'm just
No
gonna
objections here.
I'm just gonna find a place to kind of scope out the alleyway where the cats are, and just kind of watch it to see what comings and goings I see. Since it's by the town hall and that brewery anyway.
I want to go to the Daring Shield because it sounds more of a upstanding sort of bar to get a room.
Okay.
Is anybody accompanying me to the Daring Shield for lodging?
I mean, we just gotta get a room, right? Nothing too fancy.
Well, there's 3 different places we could stay, so.
Well, I suppose if you're gonna go here, we're also gonna follow suit, so I might as well go with you.
Alright. So I got one person.
I mean, while I'm scoping this out, do you think you can negotiate me a room or something?
Tell you what, I'll negotiate you a room for 20 gold.
Yeah, I Mr. Squeaks over there, I still don't understand what he says. So, Morning Lord, do you mind helping me out?
He said he would negotiate you a room for 30 gold.
That seems pretty steep. I might just hang out in the alleyway then. I'm a druid. I don't really like to carry a bunch of money or the material things.
Well, if you don't
Yeah,
like to
right.
carry much money, I'll carry it for you then.
Squeaky little goblin. Mr. Goblin, what I have to say for you is I don't trust you. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to give you any gold.
All right, now that that's settled, who else is coming to the Daring Shield with me?
I'll come with you.
Yeah, Malin will go.
Octavius? You're muted.
Sorry, I was talking and it was muted. I have kids running around.
No worries. You coming with me to the Daring Shield?
I think I might scope out the town, just take a breather and walk around and check things out for a little bit.
All right. Well,
See
you,
there in half an hour.
Well, Matavius and Philidor are going to figure out their own lounging later, so the rest of us going to the Daring Shield. I enter the Grand Bar. What do I see?
So you enter the Daring Shield, and um, you enter the Daring Shield, and along the side, like you do see, like along the hung up on the walls, you see a bunch of like coat of arms on shields, um, and so you see that, and sorry, you see the coat of arms along the walls. You do see next session, Matt. I have to make the NPC for that. Uh, so you see the coat, the shields and stuff on the walls, and you do see that it is like pretty busy. I mean, it's a decent sized bar. I mean, it's got 20 or so tables, and you see that most of them are full, and a buzz, with kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, well, this looks like a reputable place. I walk up to the bar and wave down the bartender.
Okay. Bartender. Bartender walks up to you, and it is a half elf, female half elf. Appears to be middle aged for a half elf. Walks up to you and sees you're standing there, and is just like, how can I help you?
Greetings. I am curious if you still have any lodging available for tonight.
We've got a little bit. I maybe 3 or 4 rooms left. I'd have to double check.
All right. I think that's enough for some of my traveling party. So it sounds like some of us might have to stay here and others have to stay in the other bars in town.
I mean, you can double up in a room. More than one person can stay in a room.
I suppose we could do that. I turn around to my party and I'm like, they don't have enough rooms for us all to have one, so we could double up.
We've been doubling up.
Oh. But that one place where we got a free, I thought we would just all stayed in our room ourselves.
I mean, before that, we were doubling up.
Okay, well that works. Well, we'll take 3 rooms then, bartender.
She looks at you and she's all right. It's gonna be 9 gold. Prices are a little higher with everything going on.
Alright, so we all need to cough up a gold. And a quarter. Is that 9?
What?
6. And then you have 3 left. So 1.5 gold. Alright.
Yeah, for 60 you got it per.
Yeah. So everybody has to pay 1.5 gold. Is that acceptable for lodging tonight? Party?
Yep, sounds good.
That one gives a 3 gold for him and Droop.
Okay. Yeah, she tells you where the rooms would be. Tells you, they're up the stairs, what rooms they are. So you would have that information available to you now.
All right, now that we have secured lodging for tonight, how about we go and talk to the Lord's Alliance?
Sounds good to me.
Cole, would you like to lead the way and converse with them? I'm not so close with the Lord's Alliance as it seems you guys are.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Great.
So is there, like, they've got insignia and stuff that we've been privy to, so I guess I'm gonna find a building or a signage that either that signals that this is a Lord's Alliance
Yeah,
headquarters.
and they would have
We dropped off the horses, right?
and you would have talked to Vanya up in Gigadanes, and she would have told you, like, oh, this is where
It's on
the,
West Street or whatever.
yeah, like this is gonna be where it's at. So, kind of just letting you know what to look, where to look in the town, stuff like that. Who your contact was.
Gotcha.
She gave you Gasseth Windbrow. Told you it was a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Alan, we rode the
Alright.
horses into the bar. Like Bamps.
I mean, I told you there was a stable, so you could have dropped them off there.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys head over there. Who is everybody going? Some of you going? 3 of you
Yeah.
going?
I think everybody's
100 of you?
here except for Felidor and Matavius.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still scoping out the alley.
Okay. So you guys head to the Lord's Alliance, like meeting hall is essentially what this one is, and kind of knock on the door. You're greeted by another a female dwarf, and she is she's like, how can I help you?
Hello, my name is Cole. We're coming from the Lord's Alliance down south a little bit. We could we come in and talk to you about a fairly urgent and concerning matter?
She kind of points to her insignia on her chest,
Mhm.
and is kind of like, I don't.
I'll-
You would kind of gather that it's like, I don't really see anything that would say you're a Lord's Alliance. Like,
we got insignia when we became
yeah, you guys
Red
got
Knights.
like coins
I'll-
when you
I'll-
first
I'll-
joined.
Yeah, I'll pull out my coin and show her.
Okay. She's like, and these ones are with you. She just kind of points to everybody.
Right, they're
Val
with
will
me.
pull out his coin and also.
Okay. All right. So she's like, all right. She's okay, and ushers you in.
So here's the situation. I'm sure you heard about Worlds receive you about the battle. Let me here's what's the name of the guy we fought against?
Alphanasi.
Alphanas, thank you. The battle of against the warlock Alphanasi. He had an ally who managed to cast invisibility on herself and slink away. Shortly thereafter, we believe that she swapped out a healing potion for some sort of poison and put the son of one of our leaders in just a nasty state, and our suspicion is that she's made her way here. We suspect that she is keeping a fairly low profile, and we wanted to bring that to your attention. First of all, to see if there's been any strange nonsense going on in terms of any weird stuff going on with potions, in case this wasn't a one-time thing, and in fact in a modus operandi that she tends to use, or if there's been other suspicious nonsense that a warlock's henchwoman on the loose might be getting up to. From stealing food, I presume, to keep herself safe. Spell components, that sort of business. That might be explained by some sort of magic user who's on the run, and trying to sow some trouble. Because it's our job to bring her to justice.
I had heard of goings on up north, and I'm always sorry to lose one of our own members of the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah,
we appreciate the heads up. We haven't heard of anything or any goings on like you're mentioning. But I guess if she's in the area and she was going to try and hit up the Lord's Alliance again while there's a bunch of strangers in town, would make sense, and it would go along with the same MO where there's kind of controlled chaos going on in town, whether it be the cooking competition that just happened, or whether it be our independence celebration coming up tomorrow.
Independence celebration. Oh, I hadn't heard about that. Well, for what it's worth, a big celebration like that, we will be keeping our eyes and ears out, and anything we can do to help, ensure the peace. We will be we'll be at your, we'll be willing to help out wherever we can on that. But I appreciate you keeping your eyes and ears. We've been trying, to make sure we don't spark any sort of panic, and but we we knew that rumors were swirling, so we tried to, get ahead of that back there. But we'll follow your lead on how close we want to play this to the chest, and in the meantime, we'll just keep our eyes to the ground, or keep our eyes about us, keep our search to ourselves, and see if we can find any leads. But if there's anything we can do to help, consider us at your disposal.
We appreciate that, and I know that the farmers here are a party bunch, not like the fishermen up north, if you know what I mean.
I don't. I have to say, I think they'd say the they'd flip that on you if you were to ask the farmers. So I try not to get into the tussle between the folk that bring us our food. So just we'll have our consider my gratitude
Sounds like
what it is. Nevertheless, I appreciate your time and hearing us out, and sounds like it'll be quite a day tomorrow. Best of luck to you. I won't take any more of your time. Is there anything else? Anybody else had anything to add, or did I miss anything important?
Nope, sounds like you hit everything.
Okay. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, yeah, you have a great day, and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you.
While we can. I know that where you're coming from, there's not a lot to celebrate right now. But maybe they'll have something like this up there to celebrate. They finally are able to get over what happened.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long journey, but they have a lot to be proud of. So, I appreciate that. All right, well we'll leave it to you, and I'll stand up and make my way out.
All right. The female dwarf that kind of brought you in leads you outside again. Thanks you for stopping by, and then we'll cut over to Felidor. And I mean, you've been there for a little while. You kind of see that, sea cats coming and going a little bit, with different, different things. Occasionally some fish, some occasionally, some meat or whatever it may be, but coming and going with some mice or whatever.
Yeah.
Just some food, in general. And so they but you've probably seen about 5 or 6 different cats kind of come by, and most people don't pay any mind to them other than when they are actively trying to steal food from the vendor, or if it's their if it's their shop, they don't want to be stolen from, even if it's by the cat. So they kind of like try and shoo them off before they can, but a lot of times the cats are just quicker than what the shop owners can realize. But then as you look down in the alleyway, you can't get an exact number on how many there are, but overall you've seen probably 15 cats, different cats that you could pick out individually. What the real number is you're not really sure, but they're clearly made a colony between the bar and the town hall.
Okay. Kitty cats. Good time, best call.
Do you do anything else to investigate further, or?
No, I'm just watching for now. Don't really need to do anything else until we march our way in there.
Okay.
I mean, you could talk to the cats and get their side of the story.
The heck with that. Cats are evil. We're taking them out.
If you say so.
What you want to be like emotionally invested in both sides of this turf war? I'm
I
just
mean,
picking a
it might be like Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, enough with this West Side story. But no, just kidding.
Or it might be something that your god looks poorly upon.
It's I deal with the Fae. They like to be tricksters and do whatever. We're a little chaotic.
Okay, so you got that information. I don't know if wherever you go. And then Matt, you'll just have to let me know what you're looking for exactly, and then we can kind of do that on Discord in your specific chord, and
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll see what I can get. But yeah, you can certainly find that here.
Okay, that'll work.
And does anybody else have anything to do as it grows later in the night? I mean, you guys have been here a while. I mean, it's getting pretty late at this point.
I mean, I guess we just reconvene.
Okay. So you guys all head back to the Daring Shield.
Yeah.
Wait. I think I know I want to do something. I want to train Droop.
Okay.
Kind of forgot all about that.
All right. I gotta open up Droop's character.
Troop.
Almost
Droop,
let a day
Droop,
pass without
Droop.
training that man.
Well, you didn't yesterday
days off.
either. You didn't yesterday either when you had a lot of free time. I mean, I can let you if you wanted to do it twice.
I thought I did in the morning, and then we did it.
No, because you guys like did in the morning of the one day, and then like a full day went by where you guys didn't do much. But I can let you do it twice. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Because what day did I go to the? I'm lost on my days. There's an extra day in there.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, basically, I'm just giving you an opportunity to get 2 successes here. So you need an 11 wisdom, and he needs an 11.
Wisdom,
So right now for him, it's a little.
motherfucker. Don't worry about it.
Okay, you can roll your second one, and then I'll roll if you succeed.
Woo! At 20.
All right. You know what? He gets to do it with advantage because you rolled a natural 20.
Oh, you're probably definitely gonna need it.
No, he did pretty well too. He got a 18, so 19.
Nice. Way to go, Drew.
That is 5 successes.
Nice.
How many did we need? 10?
Yes.
Halfway there.
But it gets easier to train him as you go. So now you just need a DC 10. So slowly but surely you can train him. Okay. Anything else? Anybody have anything else?
I do not.
Okay.
I'd like to. This is a little out there and probably not going to amount to anything. As it gets pretty late and things get I'm hoping that things will get kind of quiet. I'm going to find a tree in town and pull off a branch with some leaves attached, and I'm going to brush a wide arc in front of the daring shield. And what I'm trying to do is basically like, on a in between innings on a baseball field where they pull those grates to kind of even out the sand.
Yeah.
I want to do that with like any dirt or dust or anything like that, and kind of even it out in front of it in a wide arc. I'm thinking like if I could do it like 30 feet, and the idea is I'd like to catch any footprints of somebody invisible who has like a feminine shaped foot, who might have snuck in at an odd hour in the morning. It's just as trying to like if somebody tries to sneak up invisible in the night on us, we've got some way that we might catch that in the morning.
Okay, sounds good.
So.
Felder, were you going to try and do the cat thing tonight, or were you going to wait?
Let's wait. We don't have a whole lot of time.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, no problem. If nobody else has anything, you guys can all take a long rest if you've used any resources. But that is where we'll go ahead. That's a good pausing point, and then we'll pick it up next week.
Cool.
But all right, guys. Thanks for the game. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
See you guys.
Alright, everyone. Thanks for coming out for another whirlwind adventure of D&T role-playing. It was a pretty good time. This will be up on YouTube sometime this week. I don't really edit it, I just throw it all up there, whatever the transmission was. But anyways, peace out, stay tuned, and have a wonderful evening. Bye!